Welcome back, everybody. Today we're working on the Industrial Miracle, one of the scenarios for the DLC Industrial Wonders for Railway Empire 2. And this is going to be episode number 4. So today we're going to look at this improved work conditions. So right now in game, it's December 11th, 1871. By June 1875, we need to deliver 16 loads of canned goods from region Sauerland Border to the Ruhr District Central. And so that's Essen and Gelsenkirchen. Then if we go down to the Big Urbanization Boom, by April 1876, we need to transport a total of 24 cars with explosives, so that can be anywhere. And then by October 1876, we need to supply towns via a warehouse in the city of Heiligenhaus with 32 loads of concrete. So we have our concrete factory already in Essen. We'll have to ship that down to Heiligenhaus, put a warehouse there, and then spoke it out to different cities. And then the last one, December 1876, we need to reach 115,000 citizens in Essen. Right now we're at just under 93. We're trying to grow Essen, so we're gonna put a line coming up to Essen here. We'll make sure we're not bringing back concrete, though it probably won't matter at first anyways. We'll put a west down. That'll bring it clothing. So as you can see, we're at 100 of everything till we get down to slag. Now I did some rearranging here in Oberhausen. I fixed a couple glitches, so I think slag will start coming in. Gravel we have coming in. Milk we have. Cheese, we still haven't found the city doing cheese yet. Coke, it could be a little bit better from Mulheim, and tars, not too bad. And then paper, we're going to have to bring that in from Wuppertal. So we came over to Radingen here, put a freight station in, and we seen that there was a connection bonus for the milk. So now we have our train coming in, just bringing milk, put a refrigerated car on that so we'll get extra income. And then we're going to go ahead and put another train. This one will do the cattle, run full, bring it in on the west, and there we go. And that's only 6.9 days, so we're going to be good there. We're going to come in here and take this bond for 8.1 million, pay off some of these little dinky ones, and we're going to lay down this line here from Radingen. We're going to put a train from Radingen up to Essen. We're both making meat. We don't want to send people. We just want to go cheese. Coming back, we don't need meat. We don't need concrete. For now, we'll leave it on automatic. They bring people back, that's fine. So that'll bring in cheese and clothing. So we went in the Heiligenhaus and bought the sawmill and bumped it up a level. We did the same thing with the wood, bumped it up a level. Now we're going to put our 2 trains going in full to help run that. Now I've seen that Radingen, if we want that to grow, we need to bring in beans. So we'll lay down a train here on that full. And then also they need wood. We'll do the same thing, run it full, put a west on it, and that's fine. Yeah, it's single from about here up, but it's the only train on there. So what's left? Okay, they're going to need grain, and they're going to need cloth eventually. Now we have our grain coming into Radingen, running full. So we decided to make a southwest warehouse here. Radingen's kind of doing okay on its own, but mainly we're going to feed Heiligenhaus, Velber, which is right here, and Wolfrath. So we're going to bring in 2 trains from our beans, running on line 2. We're going to do the same thing for the wood, bringing 2 trains over to our southwest warehouse. And now we have our 2 loads of potatoes coming in, so that's going to give us grain, potatoes, beans, and wood. And we'll bring in just 1 train of milk because it's coming in 18 days, well, almost 19 days. And we're going to bring in 1 train from our Southwest Warehouse, the Heiligenhaus freight. And then we're going to bring in Southwest Warehouse to Wolfrath, 1 train because it comes in 15 days. So that's quick enough. And finally, we're bringing in Southwest Warehouse, the Velber freight, 1 train. And that'll finish our little cluster we got going on here for at least for the main things. And just to keep Essen growing, we're going to win the Heiligenhaus and bring a train up. We're not going to bring anything except just wood and sawdust at first. Come back, we don't want concrete. They can bring anything else, so I don't mind. And there we go. Now we're going to try to increase our income. So we have an express line from Duisburg down to Radingen. Got 3 trains with the wagons on it. Now we're going to continue from Radingen down to Solingen. We'll just lay our train down there. 121 express with the wagons. And Essen is growing, which is nice. So we're going to put down a university to keep the growth happening. And we have some research. We're going to take iron wagon chassis, which will increase reliability of our locomotives by 5%. And then we have our express line from Heiligenhaus to Essen. We're going to put 4 trains on that with our wagons. And then we have our line from Mulheim to Heiligenhaus. And we have this station right here to do maintenance. We got 4 trains on it with our wagons. Now we have Radingen Express to Heiligenhaus Express. We're going to put 2 trains with the wagons on that. If we need to, we'll bump it up to 3. Now we have Heiligenhaus to Wolfrath, 2 trains with our wagons. Now we have an express line from Wolfrath to Solingen. We'll put 2 trains with the wagons on that. Now we have Heiligenhaus Express to Velber Express. I'll put 2 trains on that with our wagons. Now we have our line from Wolfrath to Velber Express with our 2 trains, wagons. Now we have our Wolfrath Express over the Wuppertal Express with our 2 wagons and our 2 trains. And now we have our Velber Express over the Wuppertal Express with our 2 trains and our 2 wagons. And now we're coming in to Gelsenkirchen with our last bit of canned goods for our task.
With new houses and good supplies, more and more people came to the region. The Ruhr area soon became a center of innovation and progress. This meant that the miners no longer had to resort to hard bread and shriveled potatoes, but could look forward to a warm, hearty meal after a hard day's work.
Oh, so we did 2 things at the same time there. We had our canned goods that we thought was going to happen, and then we got the 115,000 citizens in Essen. That finishes off improved work conditions. So the big urbanization boom. We're still working on this concrete. It's finally starting to be made, getting shipped down to our warehouse in the Heiligenhaus, and it's going to bit by bit get shipped out to other cities. The explosives, we still need an industry slot to stick this in. We're thinking of putting it in Witten because it already has the chemicals, but we're still at 25,000. So we may have to just put it wherever the next industry slot opens up. And we're going to move over here and start throwing some more express lines down, keep bumping up this income. Going to go Gelsenkirchen Express, the Herne Express. We're going to put 3 trains, leave it on automatic to ship the meat and then the beer and cloth back and forth. There we go. And then we're going to go to Herne Express to Kastrup Roxel Express. Going to put, I think we'll just leave 2 here. We'll leave it on automatic though, just for fun. And then lastly, for this little section, we're going to go from Kastrup Roxel to Dortmund Express. We will just put that on Express because they both are making beer. Let's put 3 trains on that. We threw a little line from Bochum Express up to Herne Express, and that'll also get people up to Kastrup Roxel from Bochum. So we'll put 2 trains on that with their Express because they're both making meat. Now we're going to go straight south from Bochum Express down the Hattingen Express with 3 trains automatic with our wagons. And now we're going to bring Bochum over to Dortmund. I don't think I did that before, so we're going to put 2 trains on that. Just leave it Express with our 2 wagons. Now we have a line through the mountains from Wuppertal to Hattingen Express with our 3 wagons. We'll leave it on automatic. Now we have Hattingen Express over the Witten Express. We're going to put 3 trains, leave it on automatic, put our 2 wagons on it. And then we have our Batra Express to Gelsenkirchen Express with the 3 trains automatic. So we finally have an open industry slot, but it's in Bochum, not in Witten, but that's fine. We'll just throw it here anyways. So this way here, we're going to need chemicals come from Witten, and we're going to need coal coming from the Nissan mine. Luckily, we found another coal right here. So we're going to bring that in to Bochum full. Run for a second. We'll bring a second one in full. Now we have Batra to Essen Express. We're going to put 3 trains with our wagons. Now we're going to take the Brooks Mogul, not because we really need it, but we're just trying to move to the right still. And we're finally starting to produce some concrete, and so it's getting out a little bit.
The collieries expanded very quickly. For the digging of new tunnels, lots of explosives were needed.
All right, what we do there? Nice. We did our 24 cars with explosives. So our concrete is still being somewhat stubborn. Like the explosives, the only way we got that to work was to buy the chemical factory, which costs like 18 million, something like that. And I think this is going to be the same kind of thing here. Rail quarry, it's been this long and it's only barely up to level 3 right now. I mean, I have to buy it, but it's 14 million. I think we're just going to take a bond here. We'll get rid of all these little bonds and we're going to buy that. We should have did this earlier, I guess. It's ridiculous that I have to, but that's sometimes that's how it goes. Now let's bump this baby up. So now it's almost double what it was doing before. That's going to help for sure. Yeah, we're going to take the Glen. We'll go for our Express. We'll change them all. Wonderful. Now we're going to be even faster than before. And here we are coming into Mulheim with our final load of concrete. And this should finish our last task for the big urbanization boom. And it took quite a while, really. Like everything else is going okay. And we're making tons of money. But it was just the fact that my concrete factory wasn't getting enough gravel and I had to buy it for like 14 million or whatever it was.
The more concrete, the more living space. The region could now continue to grow. Technical progress brought new opportunities. With the introduction of the first electric lighting, workers were able to work underground more safely and efficiently. Progress continued to pick up pace, and cities grew rapidly. Of course, this also meant that more steel was needed. The Ruhr area had more inhabitants than ever before. It had become one of the richest, most densely populated regions in Europe.
Okay, so we finally got that last task there of the concrete, 32 I think it was I needed. And so as I was mentioning, everything else is going quite well. We're making almost 3 million. Look at the mailbag, 1.7 million. Obviously that moves around a little bit. So Mulheim, we're up over 90. Essen's still growing, by the way, 180. Oberhausen is over 90 now. Gelsenkirchen, oh, I didn't even see that. It's actually kind of up against the growth cap here. So we'll slip in and do a university. And then also, I believe Heiligenhaus is over 90 now too. Wuppertal just tipped over 90. Let's just throw something random in here. We can move that factory later. Solingen is up. So really we're growing kind of all the way across the board. So if you like that video, like, comment, subscribe. Come back and watch another great video of Viking Me Gaming.